So this year I am the beats manager, and basically that role involves me editing everyone's beats, and so that involves me communicating a lot with both print and online staffs, and just making sure that everyone is timely. Every month a writer has 3 stories due, and a beat is one of them, for online at least. The first 2 weeks is cycle 1, the second 2 weeks is cycle 2, and then depending on what beat group you're in, which is first, second, third, or fourth week, or some people have weekly beats this year, you will have a story due that week also. And so I am managing beats that are due for both print and online staffs every single month. And so that's maybe 45 stories I'm looking at. And I really love the involvement that I have with every single staff member.
I'm Catherine Campbell. I'm she, her pronouns, and the Director of Publications here at St. Paul Academy and Summit School. I think the biggest difference between print and online is that online kind of is in response to the day-to-day that's happening in the community, and that's why our daily uploads and our daily updates are so important. Where with print, it's usually more of the sort of longer, more in-depth sort of backgrounder stories. And so they really kind of curate what was really important this month, more so than what was really important today, which is kind of RubicOnline's purview.
Hi, my name is Thomas Chen. I'm a senior and my pronouns are he, him. This year, I'm the director of RubicOnline. One thing I think people should know about my role is really how much I consider our community and what our community needs from us as the online publication. So I'm always making sure that our stories are relevant to our community and making sure that everyone's reporting in an equitable way, a fair way, an ethical way, so that we can have fun but also productive and informative coverage.
I feel like sometimes Beats Manager doesn't get all of the attention that maybe director or production manager gets. I think maybe because people don't really know what beats are, or I guess maybe the title of production manager maybe sounds a little more flashy, but I think one thing I'm working on this year is not necessarily the editing process of the beats, because as beats manager, you're seeing many stories across many sections. I'm looking to work on the process of having people get their beats turned in. And so now this year I'm employing this new editing schedule where basically the first draft will be looked over by section editor, second draft I will look over, third someone's peer reviewer will review, and then the style check I will look at that. And so yeah, and I'll publish everything just to be the final set of eyes on the work. But I think a lot of what I'm trying to do this year is just manage the publication of beats and stuff.
I think our publication really values getting the very interesting, very niche stories out of people. I think every time we do brainstorming, there's always someone who knows a lot about one person, maybe their friend or just someone in their grade, and they really are always so excited to suggest covering a certain story about someone or just a certain aspect of our school. So for example, I remember last year something that I really remembered was when one of our staff members suggested us to cover Charlie Zacape's deer hunting and other hunting stuff, and I thought that was really interesting. And I don't know, we had a good laugh because it's not a very common hobby to have.
I think the thing I'd want people to know about the publications process is that it's not just the staff. Our mission really is to report on the entire community, and that involves community engagement. So we want to hear from them. We want to hear or see them post comments on our stories. I know that the staff gets very excited when we see likes and hearts on social media. And so, if the community has a story that they want told, I would hope that any person in the community would realize that they have a role. RubicOnline came to be when I came to be. Rubicon Print has a long and storied history at SPA, 50 years, dating all the way back to 1974. And the online publication initially sort of was like, there's not enough space in print, and online seems like a good solution for expanding out. And then, just like everyone out in the world, we sort of flipped that mindset where we're now more of an online first publication, and instead of online after the fact. And that's been a huge sort of evolution for us. It's been really exciting for me personally to watch how innovation happens, and it's completely staff driven. Everyone comes with an idea like, we should do blogs, or we should do podcasts, or wouldn't it be really cool if our social media included more stories or polls, and all of those things are really student driven, based not only on what the staff is really passionate about, but also sort of their understanding of how their peers consume information.
If they want to make an impact on journalism and how we cover things, they can really make that change. They don't have to be on staff to make that change. All they have to do is really just walk up to one of us, talk to me, talk to any of our staff members, and we really do consider everything that people tell us and suggest to us. So it's just really I think sometimes they think that journalism is some outside force that they can't control, that's just there, but really they're very involved, and we care a lot about our community.